What up, though? It's your main man, KP. Welcome back to Sneakers and Sports. You know, this is a place to pull up. If you want to talk sneakers, sports, we got it all covered for you. With no more blah, blah, blah. We got Mike the expert. And, of course, we got the homie Blocker from Fanatic Sports that pulled up on us and have a couple dope conversations. Blocker, what's good, bro?
What up, what up? Well, appreciate y'all having me on. Looking forward to chatting it up with y'all.
Yep.
And shout out to Blocker, man. He had us on his show. So you got to pull up on Fanatic Sports. We had a lot to talk about. And I kind of went on one of Blocker's personal friends, but I stand on business. My opinion is my opinion. We was talking about the Falcons, and we was talking about some nasty work. And I said, Jamal Anderson set us back, and he set himself back, which I feel is a true statement. And Jamal, if you want to holler at KP, holler at KP. It's not personal. But, bro, you did not perform. You did not perform. I mean, the performance was the performance, and the team got set back, and we needed you. Now, shout out, you did make it to the NFL, though. So shout out to Jamal Anderson. Yeah. Block, I know that's your man. It's just sports opinion, baby. Bro,
definitely.
And he's not alone on the nasty work list. Let's just be honest. There's other guys that did it too. There's other guys that don't took money without a handgun and ski mask. I just wish I could figure it out. He's not by himself.
Hey, I would take it. If I could be in his shoes, I'll be on that nasty work list if I can go up there and get that bag.
Bro,
Jamal gonna come see you though, KP.
Dog, he not the only one though, man. Ed Hartwell.
Shout out to the nasty work list.
Bro, we got a whole nasty work team. Ed Hartwell on there with him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't by himself. He is not by himself. Ray Edwards. There's other guys, and I actually say Ray Edwards was more of a fall off than Jamal was. Because this man came here and started being a model instead of an actual football player. At least Jamal was trying to be a football player. I got to
work hard at it.
Hey, he gave effort. You know what I'm saying? Did the effort work? Not so much. But, hey, I mean, dog, there's other guys we could talk about. Anthony Bennett. He's probably at the top of the nasty work list.
My goodness.
You know what I'm saying? Zion Williamson right there. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you're not by yourself.
Zion, I can't really put him on that list.
My pastor call him street clothes.
Yeah.
No,
that's what they call Anthony Davis.
I can't defend street clothes 2.0 any longer, bro. Like, he lost the 40 pounds, right? He was looking good. Yeah. And then, I don't know, he stubbed his toenail, and, you know, now he's indefinitely out. So, no, man, I'm not a Pelicans fan, but obviously living this close to him, I definitely hear a lot of things. And at some point, it's like, this is your livelihood. This is what you do. This is how you do it. If this is how I'm paying my bills, I'm going to invest and take care of my body, you know, to
get that bag. To get that bag, secure generational wealth.
Exactly. So I gotta, as much as I want to defend him for, you know, because the injuries have been weird, but at the end of the day, like, injuries are avoidable 90% of the times.
Bruh, the buffet is avoidable. We'll leave it at that. But talking about nasty work, man, I can't get too far along because expert, our Falcons is just nasty work. Raheem Morris.
Oh, my goodness.
He can't coach his way out of a wet paper bag. He don't know what day of the week it is. He give you the same weak speeches and tell you, we got to play better. We got to get off the grass. We got to find a way to win. I feel like he be saying we got to find a way to lose. Zach Robinson can't seem to call the right play at the right time. We went through two terrible kickers. Of course, Younghoe Koo was in New York. He can't even kick the ball. I don't know if y'all saw that. He actually missed kicking the ball last week, which is why I've never seen that happen before.
The Charlie Brown.
This man did Charlie Brown in real life. I've never seen that before.
Oh, my gosh,
expert.
Bro.
And then we know you the number one Michael Penix hater, so go ahead, you and Blocker, you know what I'm saying? What's going on with us, man? What's the problem?
So, honestly, I think it's more than just one thing. You know, of course, we like leadership. The coaching's bad. We got to get rid of the coaches, definitely. But there's a lot of stuff going on.
Well, keep Jeff Ulbrich. Keep Jeff Ulbrich.
Ulbrich. Yeah.
When your team getting 5 sacks a week, you need to stick around.
You can keep him, but the rest of them can go. But then, you know, we got quarterback issues. You know, I've never been big on Michael Penix. I've always thought, man, we need to get rid of this guy. Yeah.
Hey, Blocker, this man said trade the 8th pick in the draft, and the man only played 4 games last season.
Hey.
So, all right.
What NFL GM can get away with that?
Okay, go ahead.
Let me jump on the expert side. It's not that I don't like Michael Penix. I'm a left tackle. I don't like left-hand quarterbacks. So
got you.
Immediately, I wasn't a fan of it. I like Penix as a person. I want him to do well, you know, because he looked like us, as well as Morris. They look like us, but man, look, I
You
don't
still
like
gotta get the
left-hand
job done.
quarterbacks.
Yes.
I mean, at some point we got to do it. We got to do it. And look, it's all on the offense too. That's the other thing. Like it's all on the offense because, like you said, you're getting 5 sacks a game, man. That's surmisable numbers that should work in your favor.
Bro, we number 2 in the league in sacks. Let's put it like
there's no way you should be 4-8.
Right. Now the secondary weak, and expert, you called us out too. Special teams is trash. Straight trash. It's trash can water. So I mean, you can't make a lot of excuses there. But this where I'll kind of defer to you, Blocker. You say you play left tackle and you don't like left-hand quarterbacks. Why would you not like that playing left tackle? What was about left-hand quarterback?
Well, so it changes the entire scheme. Schematically, your offensive line has to work flip-flop, right? So I worked hard to be well. All right, so I'll tell you all the schematics and all the coaching minutia first, and then I'll get to the meat of the bones of the issue. So, schematically now I've got to call all of my script, my passing for him to look to this side of the field as opposed to this side. A lot of times, everybody usually puts their best pass rusher on the back side.
Facts.
And then we work our whole offense to that good pass rusher. So there's a lot of turning everything upside down.
You slide in the scheme to nullify Myles Garrett and to look out for TJ Watt so they can't hit this man from the blind side and he don't know what happened.
It changes everything you got to do. But the most important thing, especially for somebody like Michael Penix who can move a little bit, when he rolls 9 times out of 10, quarterback going to escape to the outside instead of going up the middle. And so now
they're going to roll out.
They got to go left. And so they're going to go to where they can face as opposed to trying to spin backside, in the old thing. But I'll give you my honest opinion is, so I've got a strong right leg, and which what made me a great left tackle. Now, if I want to be the best left tackle or the best tackle, now I got to be on the right side, and my left leg ain't as strong as my right leg, and so I might not be a great right tackle, and then I might not make as much money if I was to make it to the pros. Mm-hmm. And more importantly, there's only been 2 left-handed quarterbacks that have started in the Super Bowl, and I want to say only one of them has won, which was Steve Young, and Jim Plunkett lost. Those the only two left-hand quarterbacks that have made it. Even the great Michael Vick never made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, unfortunately, he was spending some time, writing letters and you know what I'm saying, and getting money put on his books.
I think he would have got there though.
Yeah,
I could see a way that he could have got there, but
and Vic was an exception. He could roll out left and right because he's so fast.
He was fast. He was a freak. I saw a memory of his not too long ago. The playoff game, I think, was to make it to the playoffs against the Vikings. That run in OT against the Vikings, just unreal,
amazing.
But when Expert sent me the topics and he put the phrase "What's wrong with the Falcons?" and I was baffled for a good amount of time, man. Like because
really.
Well, because like I said, when I think about all the questions they answered this offseason, the acquisitions they made the past 2 off seasons, building such a good defense, and you had already spent so much draft capital on offense, I felt like this was the most complete team in the NFC South. And look, you can pull it back. I picked the Falcons to win the South, so I am.
We did too, unfortunately.
Yeah, same here.
You think
when you look
roster,
at the draft capital, you talked about the draft capital, right? You give up a first-round pick to bring in James Pierce, which now is a good decision. The brother's balling. So you can't say that. But now you're giving the Rams potentially the 7th or 8th pick in the draft.
Yeah.
And their best team in football. Yep. So they now can replace their quarterback, which makes you look crazy now.
Yes. Right now, it doesn't even help us to lose because we gave up our pick. So now we just messed up all around.
And here's what brings it full circle, KP. You said it. So the Rams are going to fix their quarterback of the future position with that first round pick you gave up for Pierce. But guess what you need worse than anything? A solid, like you don't have your quarterback of the future. We don't know that Penix can be the answer. So I mean but I mean, look, they needed pass rushing. They went and got pass rushing, and it's been good. The defense has been fine. I did look at when I really dove into the numbers, I could start to see because it's something about being able to turn the ball over. If you can create enough pressure that you can get home 5 times a game, you should also be able to create enough pressure that you can get more than 9 interceptions in a season. It's been
that's where we're weak at.
Week
It's secondary. We weak in
Yeah.
secondary. One, Billy Bowman's out with injury. Two, Mike Hughes. He's on this list of nasty work. He's stealing money without a handgun and ski mask. He gets beat every week. And if I was Arthur Blank, I'm talking about the ownership. I'd have came down from my luxury box and told that man, take that 21 off. You cannot wear 21 and you consistently getting beat. We can't have
Not
that.
if you're going to play like this.
No,
So
man. You cannot be wearing Dion number and you getting beat every week like a drunk.
So, all right. So, now we talked about the D-backs not being great, and they aren't. I mean, you got A.J. Terrell on one side, and I thought having Jesse Bates on the opposite of him would be good, but I figured out what it is, and I do know, I will say, I'll caveat it by saying that I know Divine Diablo is hurt. But your biggest issue might be at linebacker, because one of the things I look at when I look at trends of like team stats, when I see your one safety in Jesse Bates, second safety in Xavier Watts, Mike Hughes,
rookie,
A.J. Terrell, D. Alford, those are 5 of your top 6 tackle makers on your defense. When your D-backs lead the league or lead your team in tackles, what does that mean? That means that the ball is too
That means they can run all over you.
Well, yeah.
They're getting to the second level too bad. Now, Caden Ellis leads your team in tackles, but which is what the Mike is supposed to do. But I want to see Diablo in there. I want to see Jalen Walker up there. That's what I think where I think if I'm going to solve it before I even go to your D-backs, because the other thing that means is if your linebackers aren't making tackles in the run, they're also not making tackles against the pass as well, which means the middle of your defense is soft. And if you can secure the middle of your defense, then your D-backs might actually be able to make a play or two, and now everybody looks better with your front seven. And as a lineman, this will shock you, but I feel like the front seven is what wins and loses games. So
trenches, in the trenches.
Right in the trenches.
Shout out to In the Trenches podcast, man. We got a homie over there that pulled up on us. Shout out to my homeboy CL.
For sure, man. So that's what I'm thinking. If I have to pick, if gun to my head, what's wrong with the Falcons? Their linebackers aren't making plays. Now, like I said, Diablo's been hurt. And so that kind of, if I remember correctly, that left Ellis kind of just by himself in the middle.
Yeah, because we had J.D. Bertrand, who's really a special teams player.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's so trash. They ran the same play over and over again, and he couldn't figure out how to diagnose it after 3 quarters. I mean, goodness gracious, Expert. You remember when we played basketball? Me and Expert went to the same high school. We played basketball together. Dog, if we could get a mismatch and the dude can't figure out a pick and roll, we not going to run no other plays. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you right on that. Come on now.
Hey,
over and over, you better figure it out.
Expert could tell you. He could tell you. We used to go to the playground too and play. And we play these old guys. And so he like, okay, cool. I can shoot. You can jump. We just going to do that over and over again.
Yeah.
You going to give me the mid-range. I'm going to bust that out. This guy, Expert, throwing lobs, and I'm Skywalker on these guys. We won't even going to give these old guys a chance to even do back us down in the we gonna make y'all run and tire you out. Am I wrong? Did it happen, Expert?
I mean,
that's where it's supposed to go.
Yeah, that's how we had to do it. I mean, the old guys, they gonna back you down, they gonna post you up, they gonna throw their little hook shot, pump fake, and all that stuff. Nah, we gotta run you off the court.
Strength. Yeah. We gotta tire you out.
Expert, do you agree with Blocker? Like, what else are you seeing? So we said the linebackers. I think we all agree on there. On the offensive side of the ball, I know you say that Penix is the problem. Is that all you saying? Is it we just replace Michael Penix and they get better? Because Kurt is out there and Kurt don't look bad right now.
Our receivers can't catch. It's crazy. I mean, Kurt, if you look at our last game that we played, I mean, Kurt was throwing it right to him. I mean, it was great passes. I mean, the ball was hitting their hands. Yeah, and they're just dropping the ball. I'm like,
he made
come
the
on,
awful
man.
mistake of hitting him in the hands with it. It's the worst place to put the ball. Huh?
And I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. So our receivers can't catch. So we got issues all around. So I don't know where to start, honestly.
So this was crazy, though. This was crazy. I'm going to tell y'all this. This was crazy. It's a leadership thing, man. For you to let go Ray McLeod, who was basically your third receiver last year, came up with some big catches in different spots, played well for Kurt, played well for Penix, and you'd have sent this man out the door and scapegoat the wide receiver coach and now lose the locker room. Because, like, Ray was right.
Right.
He was catching the ball. Now, was he a great receiver? No, he's a third.
No.
He's a third guy. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But at least he caught it. Now I'm stuck with a bunch of guys that's practice squad guys that can't catch.
Can't catch at all.
Yeah. So what as a globally, what's wrong with the Falcons, to answer the question as a whole, is that, and I hate to say it because I hate to call for people jobs.
No, I love to call for him.
Raheem Morris.
I'm not shy.
So it's either, because I'm having, I'm a Steelers fan, so I'm having the same issues up in Pittsburgh. If coordinator after coordinator after coordinator is a problem, if globally you can't figure out how to get the ball, because again, I stated, y'all spent so much draft capital on Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts. And look, we got y'all's sloppy seconds in as our offensive coordinator, and he couldn't figure out how to get the ball to
Arthur Smith.
A 6'6", 245-pound man that can run a sub 440.
DK Metcalf.
Come on, man. Like, what are we doing wrong here? And he couldn't get Kyle Pitts the ball either. And so I just can't get at the end of the day, when the coordinator neither coordinator looks like they know what they're doing. At some point, you got to turn to the people who hired the coordinator and say, hey, what are you doing? What are you planning to do about it?
If y'all fire Mike Tomlin, I will gladly bring him over here. The man got championships and he don't have no losing seasons. I will gladly bring him over here. Because we're going on 8 years with no playoff appearances. So he can gladly come pull up over here.
Right about now, Blocker, I'll bring you over here.
Come on. Because it's expert.
Triangle offense.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did. Expert. Didn't I call that?
Yeah,
I said
you did say that. Yeah.
I said that. I was like 3 weeks ago, we just run a triangle. Bring Phil Jackson.
Anybody, Jackson. It shouldn't be that hard to some of this should not be that hard. And again, like what you find out is that because the linebackers don't know what they're doing. You just said it. The linebacker, J.D. Bertrand, couldn't figure out midway through the third quarter what play they were running, and it was the exact same play. My coordinators need to sit down with that linebacker. If this is the best I've got to offer, sit down with him and say, hey, look at the guard. When the guard goes here, you're going to, it's education. Same thing offensively. And so, like, I wouldn't even be ready to get rid of Michael Penix just yet. I think you need to get rid of Zach Robinson and probably Raheem Morris, but especially Zach Robinson. Because all of this comes back to the difference between Mitch Trubisky and Pat Mahomes is not that far, to be honest. The simple thing is Pat Mahomes went to Andy Reid, and Mitch Trubisky went to whoever was his coach. And we don't know who his coach is because he wasn't good and he got fired. Coach dysfunction. And so with that, and you put Pat Mahomes in Chicago, I don't know that he gets any better. And we may be talking about Mitch Trubisky is possibly the best to ever do it. Because when your offense is not hard, but you just have to build and be prepared to make adjustments. And so
lock in on the details.
That's it. And so it's on the offensive coordinator to get that quarterback ready. You deal so close with your offensive quarterback, with your quarterback to make sure that he knows, okay, well, here's what blitzes they like to run. Here's what we're going to do to counter that. The adjustments. If you don't see that, if you're not seeing your quarterback and your linebackers, because those are the two most important players on their defense or their offense, right? The Mike linebacker is what? The quarterback of the defense. The quarterback is the guy who calls everything. So if they don't know what they're doing,
defense in the NFL is either your middle linebacker calling the play or your safety.
Yep, that's it. Those are the green dots.
Those are guys calling everything. They can see everything.
And if either one of those looks uncomfortable or looks lost, it's on the coordinator, because the coordinator has to deal with them every time. That's simple. Now I've never even been to an NFL facility, but if I can figure that out sitting on my couch, these people who spend 60 hours a week getting paid millions of dollars to do it should have a better working idea than what we have, us as the casual or the outsider of the facility type fan. So,
expert, I'm gonna leave with these two things, bro, and you can tell me if I'm wrong or right. Okay, Sam Darnold, before he went to Minnesota and got coached up, he looked like trash. He was on his way out. The man's a journeyman. Went to Minnesota, turned his whole career. Kevin O'Connell turned the man's whole career around. He balled last year, and he balling this year. Yeah, like they one of the better teams in the NFL, and we about to play them. That just shows coaching, bro. That's why I said we really don't know what Michael Penix is because coaching. We don't know what he is. He might be trash. We have no idea.
But I would say, well,
we throw Michael Penix out.
This is the guy that want to trade Michael Penix straight up for Shador.
Get him. I would have got rid of Michael Penix a long time ago. I would have did that too. I would have got rid of Michael Penix a long time ago before this injury. So now this injury makes me want to get rid of him even more. So
that's another thing. We got to keep him healthy. We got to keep him healthy. You got.
Let me ask you this, expert. So we talk about coaching. Shout out to the great Coach Francis. If you could not identify a simple pick and roll or a simple press, would Coach Francis let you play? Would he leave you on the floor?
No, heck no. You even smile on the court, he's not going to leave you on the floor.
Hey, man, that's...
Well, here's where we're going to leave it at. We want to hear from y'all. What do y'all think is wrong with the Falcons? We told you what we think, but more importantly, what do y'all think? And who's pulling up on Sunday to watch this game in Seattle? Because I'm not. It's right down the street, and I'm not pulling up. I'm good. I've seen enough in person. We'll see y'all the next one. Like, share, subscribe.
Peace.
Your life, little girl, is an empty page that men will want to write on. Your life, little girl, is an empty page that men will want to write on.